A sign of relief as that industrial fire in Richmond winds down, but residents are growing even more concerned with their health and their safety. WRTV's Caitlin Kendall is live in Richmond, where she got an update from emergency responders. Caitlin, tell us what's the latest.
Mark, the biggest thing that we're learning this evening is that the fire is about 90% out. Fire officials say they're hoping that the fire is about 98 to 99% out before the end of the night. The other thing I do want to note, that big plume of smoke that we've been talking about for the past few days, it is pretty much gone. You can't really see much of that smoke. EPA officials do say that the wind patterns changed overnight, which forced some of that smoke to gravitate at ground level. But once today started heating up, that smoke sort of just dissipated. Now, we did experience the change of wind patterns ourselves today. The first place that the media was supposed to have that media briefing, actually it had to be changed because we could smell that heavy, intense smell of burning plastic. We, of course, had to switch locations. And you're looking right now at a look at the facility. It's our first time we're getting a closer look at that warehouse. You can see most of this facility is completely charred to the ground. Still some hot spots where there's some smoke, but a lot of this facility is just burnt to a crisp and kind of just a mess, right? Crews were still actively putting water on that fire today. They just actually started wrapping things up and switching crews out for the evening. Construction equipment was in there moving debris around. The fire chief does say that that gave them a chance to kind of spray foam on those hot spots I was talking about, but you could still see some of the plastic that was housed at this facility, and it was a lot of it. The facility is the former My Way Trading Warehouse. It's a sort of plastics recycling center. The owner, we're told, would ship and sell the materials from here in Richmond to overseas. But we have mentioned, as we've mentioned before, that it was a troubled property. City officials say that they deemed it a fire hazard, saying the amount and type of material both inside and out of the building was a danger. The mayor of Richmond today said that the property owner is solely responsible for this big mess.
When someone makes this colossal of a mess, our intention was always not for that mess to end up in the laps of the taxpayers. It's his mess. It's been shown again and again that this is his mess, his responsibility, his money to clean it up, and it was all to avoid this type of disaster, and so everything that's ensued here remains his responsibility.
WRTV has tried to get in contact with him, and we have not had any luck. We also learned today that the EPA has taken several air samples. Several crews and monitors have been placed around town to read that air quality. The results that are back thus far haven't shown any huge concern. Now, there was particulate matter found, which they say was expected, but some of those other compounds that they were testing for haven't been shown yet. A sample was also collected at the fire site, and they did detect some chemicals from ingredients that we all handle on a day-to-day basis, like gas or paint. Again, that is not representative of what just the average person is being exposed to in Richmond. As for the water, officials say that there is a possibility that some of that runoff made its way to the internal site drains, but there have been no noticeable or concerning levels detected. Officials are warning people tonight not to touch the debris if you have some in your yard, and they're also saying don't mow over it. It's a nice day. Everyone's trying to get out and mow. They say if you notice debris in your yard, just don't mow over it. Now, when asked specifically if people in Richmond who are not firefighters were exposed to cancer-causing chemicals, the EPA said basically definitively they don't have that answer quite yet. They're still waiting on the results of some of those testing. Mark?
And Caitlin, we're glad to see that you're taking precautions too, wearing a face mask as you deliver the report tonight. A question for you, though, is the evacuation area that we've talked about for much of this week, is that area still the same perimeter?
The area is still the same perimeter, Mark, that half-mile radius around this facility. Everyone's been told they need to evacuate. Of course, the health department says if you smell something weird, you need to go inside, shelter in place, shut your doors, windows, turn off that AC, and bring your pets inside. You did mention me wearing a face mask. I can tell you I have the face mask on just because we're a little bit closer to the fire, but even without the face mask, I'm not smelling any sort of burning plastic. So just as a precautionary, wearing that N95, and also because of that shelter in place, Richmond schools will be closed again tomorrow. Live in Richmond, I'm Caitlin Kendall.
Caitlin, thank you.